The country is set to hold general elections during this term amid concerns by parents and stakeholders that the exercise will greatly disrupt learning in our schools. I want to take this opportunity to assure the country that my ministry has designed the school calendar taking into consideration the election period where learners will break for half-term for 1 week beginning on Thursday, 28th February and ending Thursday, 7th March 2013. Should it become necessary for the country to do a runoff, then we will be addressing the country at that point. We want to cross that bridge when we come to it. The planned half-term school break during the period in question is aimed at creating room for the government to use the school facilities for election purposes on 4th March 2013, which is a national function. And I have here a huge collection of polling centers, because there are lots of people in the country who think that polling centers are not schools. The majority of them are, and I'm willing to share this with you for the counties, and you will be surprised. Only about 1 or 2 in each area will be either a social hall or something of the sort. So the IEBC, in designating polling centers, has opted to use the schools, particularly primary schools. As you will have noticed, the main coalition parties' nominations are all scheduled for 17th of January 2013. Most of our primary schools will be used for this exercise because knowing as a lawyer, the fact of the matter is that most nomination rules recognize the polling center as the point of nomination. In this regard, the Registrar of Political Parties has convened a meeting of the major coalition parties tomorrow, Friday, to address this issue with the aim of reaching consensus. Our ministry's officials, we have been invited and we will be very ably represented so that we can find a lasting solution to this problem. We will disburse a total of, and I quote, 14,307,540,289 towards capitation for the free primary education and free day secondary education programs for the first term, which has already started. This includes shillings 4,435,254,835 for free primary education and 9,872,285,454 for free day secondary education. This constitutes 50% of the total allocation of each of the 2 programs for this financial year as agreed with stakeholders. The funds will benefit a total of 8,697,772 pupils in 20,406 public primary schools and 1,923,089 learners in 6,654 in public secondary schools. Apart from disbursing the free primary and free day secondary examination capitation funds, my ministry is also financing other educational programs designed to sustain access, retention, and transition and improve on provision of basic quality education. Son.